Welcome to another whiteboard session. This is your host today, Mululu X. We want to talk about the correlation between time, energy, and wealth. We live in an age and era where it is the easiest time it's ever been for us as human beings to accumulate wealth. Whichever way you look at it, whatever you're going through in life, there has never been a time in mankind's life where we had things made and things easy the way things are now. For example, for me to sweat physically, I have to go into a gym, pay a gym membership, under air-conditioned offices, lift weights for me to sweat. My father had to physically do hard labor on the farm to sweat in order for us to live. For me to eat, I have a fridge in my house. My problem will be that I've been eating chicken the whole week. I'm bored with it. Can I try fish or beef? These are the kind of problems that we have now. And that's why I'm saying in this age and era, our biggest problem is not that things are hard. It is because that things are so easy that it's made us softer. Now, wealth, in most cases, is built how you spend or invest your time and how you manage your energy. Most people are saying how much they want more time, that they don't have more time for them to be able to fulfill whatever they want to do. But I totally disagree with that. It's not time that we need. We don't need more time. What I will say here is majority of people need better priorities. Now, I need you to look at time. And let's take an example. Take the most important things in your life and take them like rocks. And then the small little things, look at them as pebbles and look at it as sand. Now, if you have a big jar and you fill it up with sand, to try to put in pebbles, you're not going to put in much. Now, try and squeeze in the rocks. It's not going to happen. But if you reverse the process and you fill it up with the rocks first, putting the pebbles, you can put in as much sand as possible. And that's how I want us to look at time. That's how I want us to look at energy. And that's why I want to match these two activities in terms of us generating wealth. Now, majority of people abuse time. And most people abuse time because people don't really understand what the value of their time is. Anything that you've been given for free, chances are that you're going to abuse it. And everything that you've been given for free are things that money cannot buy. And for example, here it's your health. If you abuse your health, trust me, it doesn't matter how much fortune you've made in your own life. Just being sick can wipe out all your world's or your life's savings. Number two, love. Love is not something money can buy. And if you find people that truly love you in your life and you don't invest time in nurturing, growing that love, chances are you can end up as the richest man or the richest woman in the world, but you'll end up alone. So there is a lot of these things that most of us abuse. We don't really understand. Anything that is giving you trouble are the things that we've acquired in our lives by ourselves. The things that we worry about are things you went out and you got them because you want them. Everything that God has ever given us is for free, and those are things that cannot be replaced by material. Your life, you've been given life for free. But if you abuse it, you're going to have to pay the cost. The love of your parents, that's for free. The air that we breathe, the health that you have, all these things are free. This physical body that you've been given, none of us are able to afford that. They had a study that was done at the Harvard School of Medicine just to try and replicate the human body in the lab. And guess how much you think it will cost if you had to put down a monetary cost to how much your body, creating your body parts and creating the wholesome human experience that will be. They came up with a figure, a staggering figure of $6 million. Now, my question in most cases is, if you are asked to put down 10% deposit of $6 million for you to be given this body at birth, chances are you are going to treat it better than the way you treat it now. But what I want us to do in this exercise, I want us to try and put a value to your time. Because anything of value that is not valued becomes valueless. And most of us abuse these bodies because we don't put time on it. So how do we work out how much is your time worth? Let's work out the monetary value, because whether you're working for a company as an employee, whether you're running your own business, whether you're a consultant, you are being paid a certain amount of money. And that is purely based, you might not have worked it out, but somebody else somewhere else has worked out how much your time is worth, and that's exactly what they're paying you for. Now remember, you don't get paid for how much you work. You don't get paid for how much you cram in 1 hour. You only get paid in the marketplace how much value you bring to time. So how do we work out the value of your time? This is a very easy mathematics here. We start with, we have 24 hours in a day. Each hour gives us 60 minutes. So if we had to do this, it gives us 1,440 minutes. But I will change this and call this money. So technically, every single day you wake up, you are given 1,440, okay? Now we have 365 days a year. So if I'm to multiply this with how much we earn, or the minutes that we've been given for free, then we're getting 365 times 1,440 here. It gives us 525,600. So let's use this, take it as money. So technically, if you're earning 525,600 rands a year, then it means that your time equals 1 rand per minute. That is the value of your time, period. If you're earning 525,600 rands, then your time is worth 1 rand per minute. So if you're earning 25,000 per year, then it means your time is worth 1 cent per minute. Now you see the correlation between time and money. Now, why am I discussing this? I'm discussing this because I want us to have an urgency with time. I need us to be intentional with time. Because if we're going to increase our value, now if you want to work out how much your time is worth, then you have to take what is your annual income divided into 525,600, and you will get how much your time is worth per minute. The only way that you're going to change that is you have to increase your value. And by increasing your value, you're going to increase the value that you bring to that time. And how are we going to do that? And that is when I'm going to bring in here, I will introduce what I call the productivity pyramid. Okay? So I'm introducing productivity pyramid. We're going to divide your life into 4 different areas. And this is what we're going to use to increase the value of your life, the value of your time, so that you can increase the value that you bring to that time, and you can increase how much you get paid at the end of the day. Now this one here, at the very top here, I will start with the bottom here. And this is, at the top here, we've got what we call lifetime value activities. We have high money value activities. We have low money value activities, and then we have 0 negative value activities. Now, we want to increase the value of your time. Now, time is objective and subjective at the same time. But I want to more focus on the subjective side of time. The objective side of time here is we all have 24 hours a day. Whether you like it or not, it's 24 hours. I'm based here in South Africa. If it is 5 p.m., it's 5 p.m. across board. If I'm going to train for 45 minutes, that is objective. There's nothing I can do about that. But then when it comes to subjective, it's all dependent on the activities, the experiences, and the input that you put in that area, in that time. And what I need to focus on here is I need to focus on the subjective side of time. I need to focus on expanding your time and increasing the value of your time. Now, if you look at the 4 different areas, where you spend most of your time and where most of your activities are based will determine the value of your time and at the end of the day, how much money you get in your pocket. If you look at I'll start at the bottom here. Not every hour is equal. We all have 1 hour, but that 1 hour is totally different to a woman that is having birth. It's very different for a student that is sitting an exam. It's very, very different for somebody that is hungry. It's very, very different from somebody that is watching a movie, having a good time, or somebody that is out in a nightclub. Now, subjectively, I need to increase the value of your time by the activities that you're going to be engaged in. At the very bottom here is what we call your zero negative value activities. This one depreciates the value of your time. Now, I need us to look at all this, and each of these activities, I need us to give that value, the value of that time, a monetary value. So right here, at this point, we're going to give this zero value. It means by doing this, you're not only not making money, but you're practically losing money, because there is a very big, you might not lose money now, but by investing this time in these things that are stealing away from you, you are going to pay for it 3 weeks from now, 3 months from now, 3 years from now, or 30 years from now. So if you look at zero negative value activities, what are these activities that people engage in that take things away from them? Now, this one, remember, every time you engage in this, you're losing minus 100 rands, okay? What are these activities? Drinking. I should be specific and say drinking alcohol, okay? Drinking alcohol. Smoking weed, okay? Eating junk food, okay? Spending time or hanging out with negative people. Worrying what other people think of you. Avoiding problems that need being solved. Not keeping your word.